Hello, I'm David from Boost Your Maintenance. Welcome on this channel. We're gonna discuss today a very important topic. We're gonna discuss the difficulties many people face when they try to implement TPM. To tell you more about that, I need to explain a little bit my past and my story in maintenance. You will see how little by little I made my mind about the problem that many people face when we talk about TPM implementation. So I work in maintenance for 12 years now, and I spent 8 years in the automotive industry. In the automotive industry, I had a very specific position and original position. I was in charge of what we called EMEA maintenance network. So I had in charge 11 plants in both France, Belgium, Sweden, and Russia. And I was in charge of driving the improvement in those different plants. So what happened? The top management was not completely happy with the performance of the different maintenance organizations in the plants, and he felt that it was always the same kind of problem that are exposed by the maintenance managers. You know, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough resources. I have bad results, but it's not my fault. It's more the fault of the engineering of the production and so on. Now, you know it, I guess. And he said to me, David, have a look to that, make your own idea on this, and come back to me with proposals of how we can improve that. In fact, he believed in me because I did quite the same in other position before that. And I think that was I was not an expert in maintenance, and I think it was maybe a good thing finally, because I had to make my own opinion on the different methodologies, and I had to listen carefully to the maintenance people. So finally, I think my lack of knowledge at the beginning permitted me to start with a neutral position when it comes to this complex world of improvement in maintenance. So I started to meet the different maintenance managers face to face first, to know them and to have their opinion on the different possibilities to improve or no possibility to improve. Some of them were more in the position to say, yeah, I already do the maximum I can. And some others say, yeah, we have to do something, we have to progress, I want to meet the other maintenance guys, etc. During the same time, I also try to have a better knowledge of the different possibilities that we have to improve our maintenance. And of course, I saw directly that TPM was most famous methodology to improve the maintenance organizations, and I start to dig into that. It was very interesting, and even if you guess what I'm going to say after, but even if now today I would not recommend at all to anyone to go to the TPM methodology. The methodology itself is good, and the TPM theory is just right. I couldn't say that anything is wrong in the TPM methodology. And by the way, if you want to know more about TPM, if you're not an expert of TPM, you can start very easily with watching some YouTube videos. You have some very good trainings online made by TPM consultants, which are very good. And I think it's always interesting to know the TPM theory. So then I started the adventure. We started to meet each other, all the maintenance managers, and start to discuss the current status and what we could do. And we started to see very interesting things and very surprising things, because some of the plants in the organization already started improvement methodology. We had mainly three types of plants when it comes to improvement. We had, I think, 2 plants working on TPM, 1 plant working on WCM. It's quite the same. The WCM is world-class manufacturing, but anyway. And the third category was the plant who had not a precise or defined methodology. And the interesting thing was that it's not the plants who had started the improvement methodology were not better than the others. And sometimes it was the opposite. And also, one maintenance manager from a final assembly plant said to me, David, I have worked a lot with TPM before. It will take all our time and energy, and I don't want that. If you propose to say that TPM should be the methodology to follow within our organization, I won't follow you on that. And the bad thing for me was that this plant has the best availability, technical availability of all final assembly plants. So I think we had 4 assembly plants and he was the top one by far. His technical availability was over 99.8%, which is a great result. I think the big advantage I had is that I was inside the organization. Okay? I was not a consultant that has to sell my competencies or my methodology and my time. No, I was inside the organization, and my goal was not to earn money. My goal was to raise the results, whatever what. Okay? So that's why I was pretty comfortable with this, and I started to be convinced that if we would go for this big methodology, we will go to an uncertain type of result. We really have to avoid to have, a parallel project coming to you and working on the improvement, and then the current organization is still working with the daily issues. That never works. Just believe me. I saw too many plants failing, having tensions, issues between this project that is asking to the technical, operational maintenance to do many things, and they have, of course, not the time because they are not manned for that, etc. After a few years, we arrived to very good results in terms of improvement of mainly technical availability. It was quite a success, and I started to talk about what we did and what we didn't also. And I had the chance to express myself in a conference. It was in 2016, I think, in Paris, a conference organized by Marcus Event. And I was, of course, discussing about implementation of methodology to improve the maintenance. And I remember I were pretty rough towards the TPM methodologies and so on. So I did my presentation, and after that there was the coffee break, So I was going to the coffee break, and I remember 3 persons coming to me, jumping on me almost, saying to me, that is exactly what is happening in my company. And I had this big issue. I don't know how to get out of it. I would like to do many things to improve my maintenance, but the methodology is always here and prevents me to do that. And I spend all my time preparing the audits, working on the pilot machines. I can't do more than that. And then I said to me, that's it. This is one of the biggest issue the big companies have when they are asked to go for a strong improvement. That's a little bit of my story. Of course, I will do other videos to dig more into this improvement journey that we had. But still, if we come back to the beginning, be very careful if you're asked to go for an improvement methodology. You have a high risk to go and jump into a giant world of unknown, of non-efficiency, of fake structural approach. It looks very methodologic logic, and it looks simple in a way. But when you have to go to make the actions, it becomes so huge you can't imagine. Thank you very much for listening. That was David, Boost Your Maintenance, and have a great day. Bye-bye.